Good morning. Welcome back to Tarot Oracle and Runes. I appreciate you joining me in my space. Guys, I called in, I use my little bell. I clear out all the energy. I clear out the cards, the energy, and I focused on making this a beautiful, brand new open space, and focused on a few more different things this morning than I normally do. So I've been doing some of these spirit messages. I hadn't worked with this deck too much. I started working with this deck, and it's spiritual messages. I'm actually using the top of the box. It's the Spirit Messages, Daily Guidance, Oracle deck by John Holland. And I called in everybody else's. I said, there's a message you want to get through, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, to anyone out there. What do you want to tell them? Okay? So I shuffled the cards. I pulled one from the bottom. I got Hello from Heaven. Some of you may be seeing these signs and synchronicities. Feathers, butterflies, flowers, dragonflies. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. That was the underneath energy. So then I pulled the energy on top. I was really surprised. I was like, whoa, to get ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors, and we love you. We've walked the earth many times before you. We ask you at this potent time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. Okay, so I said, well, okay then. And then all of a sudden I got a message of, you need to ask what is being activated in you, in me, this morning. And so I said, okay, that's kind of different, because I was focusing on other people. But they said, no, it's important that you do this. And I'm going to read you all the cards. Guys, this is a very special message this morning. There seems to be a portal opening up for those of us that have psychic mediumship abilities. And maybe psychic dreams. Just all kinds of psychic abilities opening up. Okay? I don't want to focus on any one thing about psychic... But I just want to just point that out to y'all, okay? Because this is a message that's not just for me, but it is also for those of you that are going through the same thing, okay? So on Orion activation, I'm going to read y'all this card, okay? Supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light is a portal that is opening up for some of us right now. Okay, does this resonate with you? Right now it's wintertime, and Orion is right above in the evening. Once it gets dark, go out and look. If you're in the northern hemisphere, Orion is shining bright right now. So I feel like this is definitely a very potent message for those of us that are opening up to other gifts, other abilities that are coming through from the other side. Orion's one of the best known constellations in the night sky. Oh, and this is the Kyle Gray deck. It's one of my favorite decks because we're always being activated. We're always having different light seed codes opening up. We're always having being just activated by a lot of different things. So Orion's one of the best known constellations. His name is Greek for hunter, and his stars can be seen as a figure with a sword accompanied by a dog, Sirius. At the center of the constellation, 3 stars, Alnitok, Alnaheim, and Mintaka appear in a belt-like formation. To the south of Orion's belt, there's a nebula that has revealed much about how stars and planetary systems are formed. And they all have their own energy, guys. They all have their own energetic beings, if not physical beings. Okay, you got to realize that everything in our world is energy. Okay, but because we're in a human body, we view things in a human way. So the best way to describe this space is as a star nursery. During a star's last evolutionary stages, it explodes into a supernova, which provides the perfect space for a new star to be born. Orion is a home to a number of higher beings, many of whom are dedicated to the evolution of our planet. Guys, I feel like at this time, this year, is when a lot of these beings are making contact because we are evolving. I've been talking about this for 2 years, and I too am evolving. So if you feel these energetic shifts and you're becoming more aware of the subtler energy shifts, you are evolving. Fact. It's just a fact. Okay? It's a fact for me. If you're feeling it, that might be a way for you to describe it and be able to plug in more to that energy. So even though of the idea of a constellation being a hunter may make it seem highly masculine, its energies are in fact similar to those of the Lemurians, which was that race that appreciated the feminine energies first and then the masculine energies. Okay? And everybody has both in them. I don't care if you're the most masculine guy on earth. when you see something that you just know your wife or your other half has to have, and it makes you smile because you know it'll make her smile, that's your feminine side. That is you touching, saying, "I know this will make my wife or my girlfriend happy if I bring home this little they're showing me a statue of a puppy dog with it's a little black and white dog, and he's got a flower in his mouth, like a little red flower like this on a stem. Maybe it's a rose. This doesn't look like a rose, but that's the symbol they just gave me, okay, or something similar to that." These beings in Orion are in fact sacred space holders who help all of those with star power and star potential to make the changes required to become the most ascended and aware form of themselves. And I was like, oh wow, I am definitely going through an Orion activation. So to connect, find Orion in the night sky, which is right out there right now, guys, because it's winter. Connect with its image online and then say, "Great wise ones of Orion." And yes, guys, I write in my books. "Thank you for supporting my recreation and renewal. I am ready to shine like a star," which is what made these two so much more potent for me. Actually, when I read that card to myself this morning, I got a very firm vision of my grandmother who passed away many years ago in my head saying, "I'm here." So if you've been seeing ancestors pop up in your visions, in your dreams, in your meditations, they're letting you know, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Okay? All of your fears and setbacks are being strongly supported from your energy now. It's essential for your old way of being to fall away and for you to go through a process of renewal in order to move forward. The old stories of your life aren't yours to live out or live up to. You are far greater than these limiting experiences. The beings of Orion are surrounding you now, and they see you, me and you guys, as one of them. Someone who's been born with the knowledge they can live with great purpose and make a real difference in our world. You know, I got this pillow over here of the future world changers. I'm going to make a poster of that and stick it in that window right there because it really does speak to me. With the knowledge they can live with great purpose and make a real difference in the world, whether on a global scale or in a particular corner of the planet. They moved me here for a reason, guys. It was so I could connect more with my spiritual guys and get away from all the very mundane and very limiting beliefs about myself. And yes, this is peppered with my own feelings and beliefs, guys. Take it or leave it. You may feel similar if you're going through this right now. But I had to get away from Mississippi to get away from everything that was dragging me down and not letting me see who I truly am. I have opened up to so many more of my gifts since I've been here. Everything's a life lesson for me now at 61 years old. I'll be 62 on August 22nd, guys. I'm a Leo Virgo cusp. So when you draw this card, you're being reminded you have infinite star potential. So I just want y'all to know that I'm going to continue with my angel messages, my ancestor messages. I'm going to continue with the collective reads when they pop up. I follow my star guides and my spirit guides, my ancestors. I try really hard to listen to everything they have to say. Oh, by the way, someone gave me a new cup. What do you think about this? If you are going to make prints in life, make prints worth following. Thank you, Miss G, for this. You don't know what a gift it was when you gave me. She's also very psychic, becoming a very good friend of mine. Okay, so then we have Akashic Stargate. Aligned with purpose, and this one really spoke to me. I don't even have to really look this one up because I know what it means. Crossroads, no wrong path. No matter which door you feel like you're being pulled into, one where you're connecting. And guys, this is big for me. I see this symbol. I see many little squares of rainbows in the sky all the time. And every time I do, I know my spirit guides are close. In the stars and the energies that you pick up, okay, in the real world, where you could be walking somewhere and all of a sudden you get all these light beings energy. Okay, Kat, I don't know what's wrong with Sky. She's crying. Or rather, you feel like you're a star seed who's picking up all the many different energies and connecting with the stars in the sky. However things come to you, you end up in a similar way. Okay, so there's no wrong path. So this spoke to me about my psychic mediumship abilities coming up. I've started doing those too. Those are going to be peppered throughout my content. If you are looking for a special message, ask your guides to talk to my guides, and if a message comes through for you, look for it, okay? There is no wrong way to talk to your spirit guides and your angels. If you want a special message, like I had the redhead showed up this morning. I've talked about him before. He's one of my spirit guides who connects me to other spirit guides. It's like he's like a bridge, and I don't know who he is. He's young. He actually didn't show up till now, or till the past year I've been talking about him. And my first love was a redhead. So, and Daniel too has had redheads that he loved very much in this life. Excuse me while I take some coffee here. So maybe he's the spiritual self of my first love. I don't know. I just know he shows up and he tells me things and he nods yes or no. He doesn't speak, but he sends me pictures, okay? So are any of you picking up any kind of messages from your spirit guides, your passed on loved ones, your ancestors? Okay, when I talk about past loved ones, I mean ones that you knew in this lifetime. Ancestors sometimes are those that have passed on this lifetime that are now sharing what they're learning with you in the dream state. And these are my own personal beliefs, okay, guys? Take it or not. If it resonates, it resonates. You may switch around the energies however you want, however it makes sense to you, okay? To me, your ancestors also are those that connect with you from several generations. Like I got a message the other day of somebody, as far back as 7 generations, ancestors were coming forth to say, okay, we've been waiting for you, or we have messages for you. Take it however it resonates with you. Guys, this is, like I said, this is a huge message. I realize there's not very many cards on the table, but we're not done yet. Okay? I am going to read y'all this Akashic Stargate and see if it resonates with you. Again, no wrong path, guys. Akashic AK. I think it's the next one right here. Akashic Stargate. Okay. Aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. A stargate is a portal that can, and this card to me is the most important one, guys. A stargate is a portal that can take us through space and time to a whole other universe. It's based on the concept of the Einstein-Rosen bridge, or what is known as a wormhole, where a speculative structure linking different points of space-time is created. In spirituality, a stargate is less about traveling on the physical, three-dimensional level and more about making progress on the spiritual. Guys, we're moving into the 5D. And some people thought that meant they were actually going to leave their bodies. No, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about ascending spiritually, evolving spiritually, picking up messages from your starseed ancestors, your original planet where your lineage first started at many eons ago. Okay? It's talking about your gifts coming to light, operating in a more fifth dimensional way and not a third dimension. In other words, not connected to the physical, but being open-minded spiritually and evolving in that way. Okay? It's making progress on the spiritual. A feature of many spiritual traditions is the idea that all of us have a stargate in our heart that connects with the central lattice of consciousness, the divine matrix on 64. I'm not going to read that one, guys. When it comes up in a reading, I'll read it for you. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. The Buddha acknowledged we were the universe, while Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. This Akashic Stargate transports us to a space where we're giving the opportunity, this is why this is important, to make a decision to accelerate the realization of our life purpose. How many of you are going through that right now? How many of you are resonating with this hello from heaven and ancestor wisdom? And hello from heaven was the underlying energy, or top energy, ancestral wisdom. This is why I said this was so important. And then when I pulled these two cards, I said, ancestors, your spirit guides, they are with you right now. For those of you that are opening up to this path, or to more of this information coming to you from your spirit guides, your ancestors, recent passed on loved ones that are suddenly learning something, that are saying you need this message, take it how it resonates with you. To connect, visualize yourself at a crossroads. For those of you that are pagan, this might connect with Hecate energy, okay? Because she's the goddess of crossroads. Tune into the direction that feels most joyful, light, and loving. Imagine yourself walking that road. See all that it brings you. If you live in the country and I know of several different places here where there are crossroads that have no people on them, where I can go and see which one feels the brightest. And to me, it's always facing the sun, okay, which is the east, or facing the north, which is where more grounded type of energy comes in from Gaia. So whatever the Akashic Stargate is presented, it's because you are at a critical point on your journey. You have the opportunity. Now, mind you, that means making a choice. But the opportunity is to move in a particular direction, and you have to make a decision. It can feel overwhelming, and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you. Guys, this is not a time for someone else to direct your life. If your spirit guides are showing up and pointing this out to you, they're telling you you have the choice. So I'm going to open up to my psychic abilities, my psychic mediumship abilities to bring those messages. But I am not deserting or forsaking any of you who have been with me for a long time. I'm still going to be doing whatever the messages come in. But nothing's going to change, except I will be adding these to the lineup whenever they come in. Okay. So if you're looking for the special angel messages, there will still be those. If you're looking for messages about archangels or to daily collective readings, those will still be there. Okay? Wherever they guide me is where I'm going, but I'm not going to forsake those of you that have those other Ooh, okay, so they're like stepping closer to me. They're reminding me to keep going, okay? So you have the opportunity to move in a particular direction, and you have to make a decision. It can feel overwhelming. You aren't here to walk a path that was set for you. You're here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you, me, and whoever this message is resonating for, which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decision you make, you're always going to be on the right path. So there's always going to be, just like this is opening up for me, it doesn't mean that I have to desert anything that I've already set my heart on or that I feel like they have already guided me to. This is just going to add enrichment to my readings, add enrichment to my life and to yours too as well. Know that whatever decision you take on the right path, no matter how you get there, you'll always end up in a similar space. Okay? And also know that purpose isn't about doing your duty. It's about living life and experiencing joy. So this is why when I read this card again and was realizing all the different things, this is still going to be there. Okay? Parts of it are going to always come through because it's part of something I chose before I got here. What did you choose before you got here? Okay? This is a question to ask yourself. So, like I've said before, I want to learn from you. I want you to learn from me. So while I'm learning and growing, you are too. I know there's others that are, I say this all the time because it resonates with me. Because I'll see someone else do a reading and go, wow, that resonates so much. So we're all on similar paths, but yet they're all going to look different to each and every one of us. What is speaking to you right now? What are you feeling most drawn to? Are you getting these messages where your ancestors are popping in to let you know they're with you? Okay, your spirit guides or someone that's recently passed, how are they showing you? Are you hearing their voice? Are you getting pictures in your mind of them like I did of my grandmother this morning? Thank you, Grandma. I love you and miss you very much. She's been gone a long time. I always felt safe at her house. Is there a loved one that is popping up in your dreams? Or you're getting a familiar smell that you associate with them? Are you seeing their favorite animal pop up in your path? Their favorite bird? Do you keep being reminded of a place y'all used to go together? They're letting you know they're there by that. Okay? And your ancestors, sometimes they want to stand up and speak to you and let you know that something you may be going through is something they went through, and maybe trying to give you an idea of not making the same mistake. If you feel like you're getting a double mission on it, what are they saying? Hang on. Not a double mission. If you feel like you're getting a double message on things popping up in your life, it's because they're letting you know that you're going through something similar. Thank you, ancestors, for that. They're letting you know. And this right here is reminding me, this particular picture is reminding me, is it still up there? Guys, let me get something to show you. This is reminding me of a, I'm going to stop and go get it. So you just have to look at the cards for a minute. Guys, this reading's already 17 minutes. Hi, kitties. This just reminded me of something. Where is it? Let me see if it's still up here. I mean, I still have it up here. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So most of you that watch my channel, y'all all know that I'm a pagan. But I suddenly realized that this little picture reminds me of this one. I have always felt a special affinity for the green man in the pagan religion because I love to grow things. My father did too. It's a gift I get from my father. I love to garden. I love trees. I love flowers. We're actually going to plant a potted garden this year. I am going to do some pots outside with some, we've already decided we're going to do zucchini. We're going to do some tomatoes, one or two other things. I'm going to do some flowers. I love to grow things. Not everything wants to grow for me, I've learned, but those things that do grow for me, I get an overabundance of them. So we're going to be doing a garden this year. So, and that's what that's reminding me of. So, and I get that from my father. My father has been popping up a little bit here and there, and somebody else's father popped up in a reading that, for a spirit guide message, that apparently a lot of people are resonating with. Your ancestors and passed on loved ones show up all the time. You are never alone. I don't care if you're the most mean, vile person on the planet. You get messages, you just ignore them. Okay? Some people are just determined to be themselves and don't want to learn or don't want to correct. We're not worried about those people. We are more concerned with those of us that want to spiritually grow, live in the 5D, get messages from heaven, because heaven and the ancestors are speaking so loud. And I am going to make the conscious choice to do readings for them and do their messages to get them out to those of you that want them. Those that don't, you can bypass those messages. But I'm telling you, at some point, somebody's going to send a message to you and you don't want to miss it. But maybe they talk to you in your dreams. Maybe you don't even need a card reading to tell you. You need to pay attention to what they tell you. Okay? Now I want to pull some cards. That was an impromptu thing, guys. But it just reminded me of it. Even though there was a tree on there. Okay? Let me turn this overhead on. Oh, more light. Yay! It just reminded me of it. And I do believe that's a tree, isn't it? It's supposed to be a photograph. Or maybe that's a person's face. But it does kind of just make me think of that picture. So, it just lets me know that my angels and ancestors and passed on loved ones, that, because a lot of my family my ancestors come from Louisiana, okay? So, and they have a variety of religions there. They have voodoo, they have hoodoo, they have Catholicism, they have Protestant, they have, well, gee, just like most places, they're a melting pot, right? Okay, so let's see. What other, we're going to move these up here. Actually, I'm going to put these two over here. What else okay, so I'm now going to, actually, before I even pull, I'm going to pull some beloved dead cards to see what ancestors pop up. But let me pull a couple of runes. I had to add the runes into an extended the other day because I forgot to pick them up because I got so overjoyed with the message that came through. Guys, I'm 61. Please make allowances for forgetting to pull something. When I remember, I go and I do an extended for it. I am 61. I'm going to be 62 in August. And I'm very happy to be sharing my journey with you and to also be helping you on yours. I am grateful for every one of you that shows up every time. Let's get a couple of runes here. Let's see what we got. Okay, so some of you, this is the Naughter's rune, this is need, and this is travel. Some of you may be in need of something right now that may require you to take a journey, okay? Rather, it's visiting a cemetery. I'm hearing visit a cemetery, visit some relatives that are still with us or with you, okay? In some sort of way, you are needing to make a trip, okay? You are needing to make some type of trip. And you already know. You're getting messages. That's Anzu. Anzu is the rune of messages from your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, your own intuition. So I feel like this message is definitely resonating with some of you who are getting these messages. Okay. What else? Flow. Some of you, okay, flow is a very feminine rune. There may be a female ancestor coming through that comes through when you go to visit them, or maybe at a cemetery or synagogue, or I'm not sure how, I don't know why synagogue popped up. Does that resonate for anybody? Synagogue is actually a type of church. Anyway, so somebody's going to, okay, they're giving me another message. Hang on, guys. Someone needs to make a journey because there's a message from a loved one, rather living or past. So, okay, they're saying is it the truth deck? They're showing me a card from the truth deck in my mind. Hang on, guys. All right, well, first of all, on the bottom, I didn't even shuffle, guys, but new beginning, okay? Let me find this card so I can show y'all this, because they're telling me, pull this card, pull this card, pull this card. Let me pull this card, guys. Now, there are like 60 cards in this deck. Okay. All right. Okay, so they're saying this one too. Unspoken apology, eternal regret. Somebody, you see there's a tombstone behind it. Somebody has not apologized to someone, or someone from the ancestors is telling someone else, I'm sorry, and I didn't get to tell you I'm sorry, and somebody didn't get to say goodbye. Okay. That's a message for someone. I just saw the miss you card go by. Well, I'm going to see all of them go by on this, guys. They are showing me a particular card, and I'm going to find it. Sending, empty room, letting go. All right, where is this? It's going to be, what, is it going to be the last one that I pull? Goodness gracious. But I know, oh, wow, where's the other, I must have bypassed it and not even seen it. Let's see. Hang on, guys. Because I know this card is in this deck. Oh, wait. Let me grab the deck. No, no more cards. Where is that? They're saying to show you this card, but I've got to find it. So where is it, guys? I'm not seeing it. Am I bypassing it somehow? No, because I know what it looks like. They're showing it to me again. They're saying this one, this one. Okay, okay, I'm getting there. I didn't see it. Have I lost it? Has it been lost? Or is that the thing? Is that the card is not in here because it's lost? That's strange. Divine intervention, they're saying. Oh, they're saying pull that one too. Okay, hang on, guys. I am not seeing this card in here, but I know exactly which one it is, and it's not in the deck. I do not know where it is. So, guys, there's a card that goes in this deck that is missing, and maybe that's the point. It's the card of the cemetery. So, it being missing seems to be okay. So, what I'm picking up on is someone hasn't been to visit their ancestors' place or wherever they are. And if you go, they want you to go there for a certain reason. Maybe because either they want to apologize or I don't know. And then they said the photos, memory souvenir card. For some reason, this is supposed to spark somebody in some kind of way. Because I can't find the cemetery card, and it should be in here, and it's not. Okay? So I don't know what other deck it might be in. I'm going to have to look, because but maybe that's the point, guys, is that it's not here. Maybe that's a message for you. Maybe you're not there, because they also pointed out the miss you card. Someone's supposed to make a journey. Maybe your where your family is buried is far away from you. They want you to visit. They say if you go, it's going to be very healing for you. It's going to start some kind of healing within you. And I'm seeing somebody cry. I'm actually picking that up too. Somebody's going to cry. These pictures are very old. So I feel like this is maybe for an older person. But they're saying, or maybe even look through your own pictures of happier times and places. Maybe even remembering something of a passed on loved one will help them to connect better with you. Okay, so there's a reason for this, guys. Take that how that is coming through for you. Wow. Okay, so let me put the runes up now. They're saying that's on the... I'm going to pull a couple of these ancestor cards. Maybe when I sometimes pull these, I've been discovering how these, every deck speaks differently to a reader. Okay, I don't even like saying the word reader anymore. To an intuitive. And when I've been picking these up, like I was trying to learn the book on them first to then see what more in-depth messages I could get. Because when I read the books, I've noticed once those become ingrained in my subconscious, I pick up even more messages. It just helps me connect better. Okay, but this one, they're saying they don't want me to really so much know the book as they want me to pick up with my intuition so their messages can come through better. So let's do some shuffling on this one. Okay, so what ancestors want to come through? What ancestors want to come through? Sorry, guys, I have my phone up on a box today because I wanted to make... I really got to get I really need to get my my computer going because I can record on it. It just doesn't want to record as well unless I go to town. And who wants to go to... there's nowhere in town where I can go sit where it can upload in such a way that I can do readings at the same time. And if I go out in the woods, there's no reception. So, which, by the way, Daniel finally sent me the pictures off his phone. His phone, he's using an old one of mine. His phone broke. There is... I found the most beautiful place right next to a running stream, rocks in it. It's in a state park. We're going to go do some readings there as soon as the weather warms up. We are in for some really bad weather over the next 2 weeks. Just to let y'all know the weather's supposed to get really bad for the next 2 weeks, and it's supposed to be like freezing cold. Okay, underneath energies. Chicken. Oh, okay. Right off the bat, guys, they're saying somebody here is knows they're intuitive, and they're keeping their distance from certain places because they know they're going to get messages. They're saying, step up your courage. Step up to get these messages because they're meant to help you, find you in some sort of way. Okay? So there's a little bit of fear there. What else? Yep, just like I said, you are scared to go because you know somebody, that either you owe someone else an apology or they owe you one. Some kind of how you perceive things. Highly intuitive. You are highly intuitive. You see past the ordinary. See how she's got this picture up to her eye? Or maybe that's even a picture of an eye and she just put it on her face. You see things that people don't ordinarily see. Possibly from your mother's line. Okay? And you already know this. You already know this. One more underneath. Somebody who feels, who came from a privileged background as opposed to a, set of mom and dad hard work. So maybe you have some money in your family or in your even in your ancestors. Maybe they had money at one time. Okay. So money's not an object. What's holding you back is your fear. Okay. Okay. On top, some of your ancestors that are still here. Okay. Some of your passed away ancestors are still around, your ancestors, your older ancestors that are still in this life. And when you go and see them, you're going to connect with these other energies as well. Okay? So somebody that you're like, maybe a grandfather, a favorite uncle, a favorite godfather that you haven't seen recently. Every time you go there, because he's very spiritual, even though he doesn't talk about it. That's why he's so connected to his passed on loved ones. Every time you go, you get messages and you're scared to go see him again. That's a message for someone. Go anyway. Go anyway. If you don't, she's going to come find you. This is maybe a younger version of this one. She's going to come find you. They're going to come visit you. You cannot escape it. Whoever this message is for, I feel like there's at least 2 or 3 messages here now. Okay? You're going to get this visitation. And it may scare you, and it may feel like it's a really hard thing for you to do. But they're saying they understand. 32:33 on the clock when I said that. So right before that was 32:32. Guys, they're somebody. This is a message for someone. You have to put in an appearance. Whoever you are, you have to heal this. You need to heal this. We won't say have. You need to heal this because it's not going to stop. You have a message to put out, and they're going to, no matter what path you take going into the near future, they're going to make an appearance. They don't want you to be, okay, they're showing me Alison Dubois. Does anyone know who Alison Dubois is? Alison Dubois, for the first 20, I don't know how many years of her life, she got messages. If you ever saw the show Medium, that is based on Alison Dubois. I had the whole series, seven seasons of it. She did everything when she was young, when she got messages from the dead, to ignore them. And now this is in her story. I'm not telling you anything that nobody doesn't know. Okay, because it was in her movie, all right, in her show. I mean, she really did put some personal things out there. She drank, she did crazy things, she just did not want to get these messages. You're going to get these messages. You are meant to. God, go forth from this. Location. Guys, I'm pulling off from the top now. Location. Location. What's the next one? Which you may have some pagan in your blood. Okay, we're going to stop right there. There's the spirit throne. You, no matter what path you take, you're headed to this. Okay, so there may be also one particular ancestor that is wanting to stand out to you. Maybe wanting to guide you through this journey. All you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask. There's some pagan beliefs in there. Okay? You may also be pagan yourself. And no matter what location, you cannot hide. Guys, I'm telling you as I get them. Okay? And we got the spirit throne. Someone, when you get to this, there's someone who's going to guide you. Maybe for me, it's my grandmother. Okay? Guys, I can't make this stuff up, okay? And it might just throw you in the limelight. Somebody's meant to stand out in some sort of way with these spirit messages, okay? Evermore. That's it, they're saying. Evermore. So if you take this opportunity, you are going to help a lot of people. You're going to help a lot of people. Guys, again, this is a very special message coming from Ancestors, my redheaded spirit guide. Thank you so very much. I love you. Thank you for the messages. Guys, and look, when I turned over the truth deck, roll the dice, leap of faith. I hope this resonated for you. I didn't mean for this to be so long, but I told them to give me what they wanted to show you. This is definitely a very special message. Hello from heaven.